Hello people, it's ProTrainer7 here today with another review video, and today I'll be reviewing Animal Crossing New Horizons for the Switch. At the time of this recording, this game is probably one of the most important Switch titles ever made, but having said that, I've never ever played Animal Crossing before, none of the previous titles anyway, so this is a whole new experience for me. So without further ado, let's get into it! This first party title from Nintendo has a lot to offer. We start the game when you are flown off to a mysterious island, and there you'll meet Tom Nook, who gives you a lease for a tent, but from there you get to pay off for that tent, and then from that tent to a house, and so on and so forth. But in order to pay off the leases, you use the island's resources to help you pay for it, and the more you do, the more you unlock, you say, through the game. But I do find this game to be the least stressful game I've ever played in my life. And I've played a lot of games, but also, you get to name your own island. I've called mine Galef, which is the region from Pokemon Sword and Shield, because I'm a massive Pokemon fan. Which is a secret to, no one? From day to day though, you do get more stuff unlocked, but at times it does feel like they're spoon feeding it to you, so it does feel a bit tedious at times. But having said that, it adds charm to the game. For example, if you collect a number of, say, bugs, fossils, etc., Tom Nook phones his friend to open a museum, which you can store all your stuff in, which is great. But you can only dig up so many fossils a day, so it is a slow process, but it's another collectible that helps add depth to the gameplay. And once the museum is open, you go to see Blathers, and he tells you a little factoid about which specimen you get. Not entirely true, because, for example, I was looking in the museum, going around my little museum, and I saw a little specimen thing, and it said saber-toothed tiger, but that animal never existed. So it's like saying having a dragon in there, but that's one of a few nitpicks I've got with it. But it does add an education element to this game as well, so you're learning as you go. There are other things to do on the island as well. For example, Tom Nook's kids want to open their own shop. That is a mission in itself, by the way. But when the shop's built, you find yourself selling more stuff than buying. But that's true when they're in the tent as well. That's one example, and you do get odd visitors to the island every now and again. Maple is one of them, and after a bit, Maple opens a shop, so you can customise your avatar to how you like it. There's one thing I did discover about this shop though as well. You can also design your own patterns, which is good, which I find adds a bit more variety to your clothing to make yourself more customisable. But also, Tom Nook gives you a phone which has many apps on. One of them is like a mission list to gain Nook miles, so you can spend them in the shops like the well, I call it a cash machine, but you'll know what I mean once you play it. And then subject to the cash machine, that's how you pay your debts off as well, using bells, which is another currency in the game. But just to clarify, you use Nook miles to pay off your first part of your debt once Tom Nook sets up the machine. And you find these sorts of activities happening all the time on the island. But also there's an airport where you fly out to visit other islands. Sometimes they're your friends' islands, or it can be NPCs in the game. At the time of this recording though, I have not visited any of my friends yet because I went to fly out, should we say, in game. None of their ports were open. And how sad times, isn't it? But it does show I can make use of the facility in the game. I do understand the importance of this game with the social aspect though, with connecting with other people online. One of the things I enjoy about this game though is that you can craft stuff. Like for example, at the beginning you can craft a flimsy axe, but as the game progresses you can upgrade that and you can get an axe that's more durable, and fishing rods and other things like that. You can come across these recipes with other NPCs in the game, or find them on a beach. You can find them on a beach in a bottle. Once you've crafted these tools from these recipes that you've got, it'll make the game a lot easier for you as well. This in part helps open up more stuff within the game too. And also, you can also craft furniture as well, which opens up more stuff as you find out going through the game, because there's more residents that wants to move to your island. I remember this bit pretty well because remember Tom Nook saying that they've got more residents coming to the island, but they're a bit picky about not having furniture in there, so I have to make it and then put it outside the house and in a little box what they provide as well. The good. Nintendo never cease to amaze me with their first party content, and I understand why Animal Crossing New Horizons has a very, very good big fan base. Sorry, big is an understatement, I mean huge. And I honestly think this is a high quality AAA title for the Nintendo Switch. It's a game that keeps on giving, and there's more to unlock, and it just feels like there's quite a lot more to it than first meets the eye. And it was in my understanding that they had to put this title back a couple of months, so I can understand why they did that. But that's Nintendo for you, they don't ever rush a game out. Looking at you, third-party developers. I won't mention any names, but you know who you are. And on another good note, I find this game to be the least stressful game I've ever played. I probably mentioned that before in this review, but I really do think this is very, very chill. So if you fancy an afternoon, you just want to chill out and play a game, then look no further than Animal Crossing New Horizons. They're bad, but there are some bad points about this game as well. First off, I do find this game has a lack of stimulation, so that keeps me going playing through it. So for example, once you dug all your fossils up and caught as many bugs and fish as you can, you kind of feel, okay, what else is there to do? That's after you've done your mission from what Tom Nook suggests. And the ugly. Just kidding. This is just an afterthought though. After saying what I said previously, it does make you have a feeling of, you got to get back to it, because things change from day to day. And from what I've said earlier, you do get events as well. Like, for example, like at the time of this recording, the recent event, which is Mayday. But with this title, the good does outweigh the bad. And patience is a virtue. And it shows this game has got a lot of life in it. Like loads. Right, scoring time now. With this being one of the finest Switch titles out there, let's be serious, it's not like the Switch is lacking of any decent titles, are they? The score that Animal Crossing New Horizons gets is 8 out of 10. Seriously, if you haven't picked this title up already, what's up with you? Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like and subscribe. And please share. And don't forget to turn on the notifications. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next time.